Please excuse me if I cry in this video. I definitely will. This video could be 2 hours, this video could be 20 minutes, I don't know. This park closes in 2 hours. So I've, talked all I could talk. I haven't ate properly for 3 days. Even though I haven't ate properly for 3 days, I have, even though I haven't ate properly for 3 days, I have, been in a great mood. I've been super positive and super happy, and, I knew that this year was not going to be easy. I wish I had my laptop, guys, so I can make sure the audio works, but I have no idea. One second. Well, I saw a little blue thing at the top left hand, and thought that it was my Bluetooth. It's not, thank God. It's not my AirPod Bluetooth. It's the GPS map that I put in my phone to get to this park. So I've been in a guys, life is a beautiful tragedy. I have been in an incredibly good mood, contrary to how much I've been crying today. Unfortunately, one of our family pets had to be put down today. Well, passed away, I guess, if you want to call it that. There's still a lot of unanswered questions, and like I said, because if I cry in this video, excuse me, it's just, I just need to get this out of my system, so I can really just try to heal at some point and move on. I said it's no point, telling certain social medias when I could just make one video, on my channel, and then this video I can send to whoever, so instead of having to tell the same story over and over and over to different people, and what I feel right now, where I'm at and what's going on, I just rather, make one video, put it out there, get it out my system. And now that I think about it, and this is live, and I'm making this video to kind of console myself in a way and kind of reckon with what happened the past couple hours. I'm gonna put some tags, I'm gonna put certain tags in the video for people who've also lost. Sorry guys, sorry. I'm gonna put God, this is hard, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm trying so hard not to cry. I like, guys, I'm trying so hard, but man, I'm trying so hard not to cry, guys. I'm gonna put certain tags for other people who have lost a loved one, whether pet or human, or lost something close to you. Could even be an object, could be a job, could be a person, could be whatever, if you're in that situation, which I pray none of you guys are, whoever comes across this video in the future, shout out to you, and know that you're not alone. So for those who've been subscribed to my channel, first things first, I'm incredibly concerned, guys. I'm concerned for myself right now, because when all of this came in like a flood, I couldn't feel my hands, I couldn't feel my body. And normally if I'm in shock or I'm sad or whatever, I can, I wouldn't say an outer body experience, but it's kind of what this feels like, that's kind of what this feels like. I don't want the light in my face right now. I don't want you guys to see me crying, but this is just the reality. This is just what's happened today. That's all right. Like, that's fine. It's not too bright, but you guys can only see me. And this year has just brought on so many transformations, guys. And in terms of my career, not YouTube, because I don't consider YouTube a career. YouTube was a gift, you know. Creating this channel and connecting with so many of you beautiful people has been a complete gift, and a shocking one. I never ever expected to have a YouTube channel, actually. And so in, like, you know, 3D, you know, real life, you know, working, paying bills, like, in terms of, you know, what I want for my future career wise, I have a lot of big decisions coming up, guys. I have a lot of things that I feel in my heart, you know. And I have her toy, and I have some of her fur here. By accident, when I was so upset about what's happened that it sounds crazy, I know, but I broke down at the gym as well. I went to my gym because I haven't been able to go to my gym in days, and I pay a lot of money, more than I've ever paid for a gym in my life. And you know, you guys have followed my health journey and, you know, losing weight and all this stuff. And I just wanted to get my mind off of it. You know, I just wanted to think about and be busy and do anything else but sit there and just be sad. And I went to the gym, and funny enough, when I went to the gym, well, it's a very bougie, people, you know, it's a southern term, but it's not a very, well, it's a very bougie gym, but, you know, nice gyms. I don't want to call bougie, but like I said, it's been, you know, an investment in myself and my future, my health, and just myself in general. And when I parked there and I walked, there's other plazas, like it's like within a plaza, and there's like apartments. It's very, very, like I said, it's very bougie. I think it's a southern slang word. So you can look up the word, what bougie means. You can look it up on Google. I'm not gonna go into detail what that word means. You guys know what that means. A lot of you, most of you know what that means. But I was walking, and there was like music, and there was kids dancing, and other people had their dogs, and it was just such a crazy synchronicity, you know. And made my way into my gym, and I saw these like post-its on like it's a huge, you know, when you walk in, it's like a huge open, it's massive, 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 massive gym. I actually just found the boxing room, or not room, but like the boxing studio today. You know, all the times I've been going since I signed up, I looked and I saw all these big punching bags and all these mats and weights. I'm like, wow, this is it. You know, this is the gym that I've been waiting for for a while. I had to search high and low for that gym. And I proceeded to go on the treadmill. But before that's kind of down the line in the story. But before that happened, I saw these post-its, and there was like a translucent clear glass that was, you know, around the when you go to sign in, you know, like the welcome center or whatever, you know, the check-in, you know, the gym. And I saw these post-its, and I said, let me just go around and walk around and look at it. And all of a sudden I saw these encouraging words. No joke. One said, shit happens, life goes on. One said, Jesus loves you, God loves you, don't give up, you know, all these, like, and I just, you know, I was like, wow, you know, what are the chances of that? Because I've been going for a while and I haven't seen that. So there must have been some kind of exercise. I mean, it was a busy, you know, that area, the gym, the outside, the restaurant. I mean, everything was just busy, busy, busy. And as soon as I walked in, they have a place in my gym called the Recovery Center, where they have like the massage beds and all that, whatever. You pay a high penny, let me tell you, it's not cheap. And you know, I was sick of paying for this thing, you know, past week, and not being able to use it because I've been so, you know, busy. And then this happened, and it's like, you know, I gotta take care of my health as well, you know, my body, my aura, my energy, you know, just I have to take care of myself as well, you know. And I just broke, as soon as, you know, I got in there, I don't know what it was, I just broke down, you know. And I didn't mean to, but I did, you know. And of course I got condolences, and I got sweet messages, and but it was tough, guys. And, you know, just to kind of get some steam, some, you know, mourning off my heart, I went to go work out. And then after I went to go work out, I was gifted a drink, you know, on the way to the vet, by somebody and it got hot in the car. So I went to go change it, and then now I'm here. You know, now I'm at the park because once I got home, I just couldn't walk inside. And I felt so, I just wanted to just, you know, I know it sounds sad. I'm not trying to make it sound sad, but I just wanted to go to her, you know. But she's in heaven, so I can't, you know. You know, unless God gives me a dream or, you know, I still feel her, you know, like when I was, it's harder than I thought, guys. It's harder than I thought. And I tried to be strong. I did. I said, let me go to the gym because I don't know what else to do. You know, like, I don't, you know, talking to friends would make it worse because then they'd be crying. And, you know, I couldn't take it. I said, you know what? Let me try to do something productive, you know. So I went to the gym because it's been a couple days, you know, it's been like 2-3 days. I haven't been able to properly work out, you know, and I hate that. I hate that because now more than ever, guys, now more than ever, I'm so committed to my recovery. I'm so committed to my health goals. I'm so committed to my career goals. I'm so committed to living a life of joy. And can you believe I was on my way back, you know, when I left the gym, you know, I felt some kind of way. And then I looked down and I didn't even realize, I was so shaken up by what happened the past couple hours. I didn't even realize that the same clothes I have on now is the same clothes that I held my dog before she left this earth, you know? And that's crazy, you know? And I looked down at my you know, my gym leggings, and I saw her hair, like perfect, like almost like an angel leaf, just right on my leg. And I said, oh my God, you know, she's with me. She's telling me, like, you know, I'm okay. I'm here, you know, like I'm here, you know. This was abrupt. This was abrupt. And I told God, you know, take care of my baby. Just take care of my baby because I told God, you know, like, if I do all I can, we do all we can. And you know, not too shortly after, before you know, all this went down, I had a very deep conversation with her. Because I have, you know, I have this intuitive gift, guys, you know, and I can kind of sense things. And now more than ever, especially the older I get, the more I live life, the more I live, the more I learn. You know, the more I live, the more I really begin to understand the patterns and the ebbs and flows of life. And, you know, I knew it, you know, I knew it. And I try to stay positive, but I knew it. I knew it. And literally probably 3 hours, 4 hours from now, like from this moment to 3 hours, 4 hours before this moment right here, I looked at her, not a lot, but I try to look at her without crying. And it was just a very, very beautiful, somber moment. And I felt that I needed to, you know, come clean to her. And I told her, I said, Celine, if you want to be here and you want to be with your brothers and you want to be with this, you want to be in this family, and you want to be here, which means you want to be alive, you got to fight. Her liver was affected by toxins. She got into some bad things and she got herself hurt. And you know, oh, here's her fur again. Look guys, she was black and white. I bet on camera you could hardly see it, but there she is again. Right there, literally, she was right here. There she is again. And I had a very tough talk with her. I said, Celine, if you want to be here, you have to fight. You know, we can only do so much, and we want you to be here. We love you. We've given her the best life a dog could have, really. Genuinely, and I'm really proud of that. We've given her an amazing, incredible life. And it's not just going to be hard on me, hard on the family, but it's going to be hard on the neighbors, you know, and people that loved her. And, I told her, you know, I told her straight up, I said, if you want to be here, you have to fight. You have to fight. And I said to her, if you go, I said to her, this is like, I would say less than an hour and a half before I saw what I saw. And things got worse after we, you know, the doctor gave her medication, IV drip, you name it, guys. I mean, a lot of money, a lot of fucking money, a lot, like thousands with insurance. I mean, it was bad. It was really bad. And, you know, because of this gift that God has blessed me with, that I've been able to help you all, I've been able to impart knowledge and love and joy into you all's life. And it's been an honor, you know, like I wouldn't have it any other way, you know, like I wouldn't have it any other way, you know. And I felt it, guys. I felt it. And I told her, after I told her about, you know, telling her you have to fight. If you want to be here, you know, I can't make you fight, you know, you have to fight. I said to her, if you cross over to the other side, like if you go to the afterlife, if you go to heaven, I didn't say heaven to her, I said afterlife to her. I said, if you cross over to the afterlife, you have to know that I'm not going to be there. We're not going to be there for many, many years, you know, until it's our time and God sends us home, which, you know, by the grace of God will be many, many, many years if it's needed, you know, until we cross over as a family. I let her know. I said to her, listen, your brothers will not be there. I will not be there. You know, the family will not be there. And so you're going to be able to see us from up there and look down, but we won't be there, you know? And I said to her, I think after that I said to her something like, I'm trying to remember. I think after that I said to her something like, you know, then I think I said a prayer. Yeah, I think after that I said a prayer and I said, God, you know, I want all the angels in the world to help her. And I want his will, you know, I want God's will. And if she's, you know, if this is it, then this is it. But, you know, I was just saying to God, like, just, you know, even before I could see what was coming, I just said, God, just take care of her, please. All I ask, you know. When she gets there, just don't have her stranded because I'm not there, you know. I'm not there. I'm not there. And I won't be there for a long time, you know. So I told her straight up in a very calm voice, a very loving voice. And then I said to her, you know, that I want her to be okay. I just want her to be okay. And, I just felt I was alone with her. It was the perfect moment, you know, really. And then after a couple more, you know, things I said, looking in her eyes, now, you know, crying, wipe my face, all this, you know, sadness. I looked at her eyes, you know. I looked at her eyes and I didn't see much of anything. Like, the word I would use is disconnected. She looked like she was spaced out. And I was telling the vets and I was telling my mom, I was telling everybody, like, listen, when my cat got sick and it was, you know, the pandemic and it was COVID and everything was shut down and the roads, nobody was on the roads and it was eerie and everything was closed and it was chaos and it was like anywhere you went, you know, you had to have, you know, one person in if they didn't have a mask, and if they had a mask, you have to distance. I mean, it was chaos. And I kid you not, I was telling the vet, you know, I was saying to her, like, even when that was such a moment of despair for the cat, not for us, because I knew that he was going to survive. I can't explain it. I just, even though it looks so hopeless, it looks so bleak, it looks so dark, guys, I just felt that And he was a male cat. His name is Lennon. He's still alive with us today. He's still alive and happy as hell. I mean, he's spoiled. He's very well loved too. And, you know, even after that happened, that was in 2020. That was a good while back. And he's been fine ever since, by the grace of God. You know, I saw that fire, you know, and in a lot of ways, animals and pets are not too different from us. But the way I could describe it is I saw a fire, I saw a flame, I saw a passion within my cat, even if he had a cone around his head, even if he had all these things hooked up to me, even if he was in a, you know, it was looking really bleak, guys. Really, anybody would have said, there's no way, you know, there's no way. But when I looked in his eyes, you know, when I looked in his eyes, I saw the flame. I saw the passion for life. I saw that he could do it. He could push through. I felt that I don't know. I felt like, not even felt, forget felt. I saw it. Forget felt. When I looked in his eyes, whether he was in the cage, out the cage, with the doctor, not with the doctor, on the floor, in the cage, you know, eating, not eating, whatever. I looked in his eyes, I looked at him, and I could tell that he had a fire. Maybe you would say a spark. Yeah, that's the word. A spark for life. He was a conqueror, you know, and I don't want to, I'm not comparing, I'm just saying that I've been here, you know, every pet owner has, you know, been through this rodeo before, you know. And if you have kids, even when kids get sick, you know, it's the same kind of worry and you know, that nurturing aspect comes out, whether you're a pet mom or you're a human mom, you know, it comes out. It really does. Whether guy, girl, doesn't matter. It comes out, you know. You know, you live with them. Every day you live, you see them, you know, they become a part of you. And even with the pandemic and it looked so bleak, I looked in his eyes. I can't describe it. I just looked in his eyes. And, you know, words are failing me to describe how intense it was. But I looked in his eyes and I just knew that he was going to make it. I looked directly in his eyes, straight in his eyes, hooked up and all, cone, weary. I just knew he was going to make it because why? He had fight. He was fighting. And he did, guys. And with my precious baby, who's now in heaven, that wasn't the case. And they said to me, oh, you know, be positive. And I said, yes, of course I'm positive. But I know what I know. I know what I feel, you know, and I know what it is when a human or an animal or whatever is losing life. I know that vibration, you know. I didn't say that part. I'm just explaining that that's what it was, you know. It's an energy, you know. We are infinite energy, guys. And we soar, we transform, we transcend, we pass on, but we're always here. We're energy, you know. And I couldn't deny how I felt, guys. I couldn't deny it. When they showed me the IV drip, I was so nauseous. And it's not like the first time I've ever seen, you know, an IV drip or nothing like that. But when I looked at it, I just felt like the world was crumbling down, you know. I just felt like, you know, this is not good, you know. So this is some of her stuff. This was the toy that I put in her cage, and I had you know, this is her little moose toy. And you know, when I've had other pets, you know, either die from old age or whatever else, because my whole family, we've, you know, my mom mainly, she's the one. It's not really me. You know, per se, I wouldn't have any, but she's very much an animal lover and a kid lover. And so all my life, you know, we've had pets, you know, like all my life, literally. So this is not my first rodeo, you know, and I was hoping it wouldn't hurt as much. But if you're watching and you're a replay watcher, whoever's watching, you know, I would love, you know, if you could say a quick prayer, just send good energy, you know, and everything helps. And I know where she is better than down here, you know, especially with the state of the world. I know where she is better than down here. But it still hurts, you know. I was hoping it wouldn't hurt as bad as, you know, how these situations do hurt, you know, but it does. And Normally, I don't keep, we don't really keep the pet stuff, you know, and this is actually going to be the first time ever, I believe the first time ever, guys, on record that I can recall, where my mother got the dog cremated. The puppy, I should say. I hate that. It was dog, puppy. Cremated. And she sent me a text and was like, I got a vase and all. I think she got like a vase or something. We've never had that for any of our pets. Not in all my 20 plus years of living, never had that happen. So that was kind of like, wow, okay. All right. So maybe with this one, she wants us to, maybe, I don't know, maybe she wants us to have things that we can hold on to. Personally, I was after I went to the gym and I left the parking garage of my gym. It's massive, guys. I was contemplating, to toss it out, because I'm like, if I smell it, and I can still smell her on it, and luckily I wasn't brought to tears. I just, but I smelt fear, when I smelt certain areas of the toy, I smelt fear. And that lets me know that maybe she was scared, guys. She was going through a lot, and I wouldn't want her to be in pain, you know what I'm saying? So when I saw her in a certain condition, my mom made the call, and she told me she was going to take her to put her to sleep, and that was within seconds. And I couldn't even grapple with what the hell was going on. I was literally like, I told her, I'm like, I can't do this. I can't, I've been in such a good mood. And naturally when you go to the gym more, I don't know what they call, I think they call endorphins or serotonin or I don't know I forgot what you call it. It slips me now. But when you work out, just like when you have sex or you work out or you eat a good meal or you have a good sleep, your brain sends these happy chemicals, right? And so I've been very happy, despite my tears and what's happened today. I've been, when I'm not on camera, guys, I've been pretty good. I've been trying to, get on with life. And, but this hurts. And, crying helps. And, I'm not a crier, I'm definitely not a crier, but, I have an hour left at the park. It's 9:51. And, it's gonna be the first night without her in years. And, I'm more of a cat person than a dog person, if anyone's wondering. I'm not really, and people that follow me on Twitter and know me personally, they know I'm not really much of a dog person, but I'm a dog lover. I'm an animal. I'm a lover of nature, but I'm not really, that much into dogs. But when it's my dog, I'm very much into them. I'm very much like, attached and obsessed. But, it's easier for me to take a liking to cats, So in this case, it was, I was hoping, maybe I wouldn't, maybe I wouldn't feel as, shaken up, but, sadly I am. And, before I even arrived to the park, I was wondering, like, why am I feeling, if I'm not gonna go to a hotel, or I'm not gonna go out of town, or I'm not gonna go on a flight and try to distract myself more, because I'd have to pack, and I don't want to go inside the house, so I'm like, forget that. I looked and looked and looked for parks, and then something, I just compared the, how far it would be, and what parks close around, basically basically my strategy was what parks close around 10 or 11. This park happens to close at 11, which is amazing. And there's a lot of people here. There's people playing tennis over there. Can you imagine? All the way back over here in the park, there's all these cars still over in front of me. So this park is very busy. And what was I gonna say? I just slipped my mind. Yeah, I was wondering why I came here. And then as soon as I drove in the entrance, I then began to realize that I took her here, Coincidentally, I have a picture of her here at the park, and I took her, and she was very happy, very, very happy. She had a very, very happy life with us, which I'm very proud of, and I'm very, very proud of, by the way. And she was here, and so in so many different in so many different beautiful ways, guys. She's reminding me that I'm here. You know, I'm here. I love you. I'm okay. And I know she's okay, but it still hurts, you know, it's still a shock. And this feeling I can't describe. I can't describe it. In my heart, I can't, it's like I'm numb, but I'm not numb. You know, I'm hurt, but it's a weird feeling, guys. It's very weird. It's a very weird feeling. Almost like an outer body experience, but like, yeah, pretty much. And this is why I keep telling my mom, like, I don't know if I can, you know, have kids in this life, because the pain that I've endured, you know, with you know, sometimes breakups, or, you know, mostly passing away of loved ones, the pain that I feel, you know, I can't, you know, I'm just not a crier like that. And when I cry, it's because I'm just genuinely, you know, beside myself, like on a emotional level. I'm hurting, you know, I'm hurting. Even if I can't feel the pain, I know that I'm hurting, you know. The receptors in my body can feel that, you know. And I can't imagine, guys, you know, in America, there's been so many shootings, and, you know, these poor kids having overdoses and car accidents and you name it, you know. And for, you know, for lack of a better word, human, right? I'm not gonna say starseed, this or this, that. Just for the reference, you know, as people, you know, to be to be a parent of another being, another people being, person being, and then to think that if something was to happen to your child, not a pet, your child, I can't, guys, I can't, like, I can't, you know. And that's what I think about, genuinely. I think about when whether I see it on the news or social media or personally, friends and family, whatever, neighbor, you name it, coworker, whatever, you know, like, just the idea that you could give birth. Like, I didn't give birth to this dog, you know, I didn't give birth to her. I didn't give birth to my kitten, my male cats, my boys, my 2 fur baby boys. They didn't come out of my vagina, you know what I'm saying? And to think that you can make a whole person, and just by luck, just by some kind of weird luck of, you know, sadness, to think that you can give birth to a whole person, and God forbid that person is gone and you're alive, but that person is gone. I can't imagine the grief. That is a grief that I wish on nobody. And I just don't think I could do it, you know, like, and it's not because I don't have enough nurturing, or I don't have enough love, or I don't have enough compassion. It's just, I just couldn't do it, you know. I just couldn't do it. And so, being a so-called kind of parent to a pet, an animal, versus a human being, in some ways it's not too far off, but I think that if, like I said, you gave birth, you brought a soul, a whole being into the world that can one day work and have their own kids and drive a car. And I mean, the idea that you can give birth to something that could die, and it's out of your control, it's out of your hands, you can't stop it. It just, I can't, guys. I can't. I'm not good with grief. I'm not good with, you know, it's a miracle I'm even crying, actually, because, a lot of times in my life when I wanted to cry, I couldn't, you know, for the longest while, when I wanted to cry, I wouldn't be able to, because I'm so, the best word I can use is numb. so numb, and life is life. So I just, most time I can't cry. Most time I cannot cry. And so even the fact that I've been able to easily cry today, even if I really don't want to cry at all, but the fact that I've been able to grieve, and miss her, and I'm jealous of the angels that are with her. The angels that have welcomed her into heaven. I'm jealous of them, because they get to have such a joy, such a lovely light that I don't get to have anymore. And there was a moment, I think, I'm trying to recall if it was before I found this parking spot at this park, or it was when I was at the, I think it was when I was in the parking garage at the gym, when I left the gym after I worked out and stuff. And I got my massage and all that on this like really high-tech massage bed with like these like, it's a great gym. It's a great gym. And if I do move out of state, or I relocate in the near future, I hope I can find a gym as good as that one, because it took me a long while to find that gym. And I think, it was when I got back in the car. I was just beside myself. I was just like, what am I gonna do now? Like, I just not knowing how to cope. And it was like the Holy Spirit said to me, well, you asked us to take care of her. They said, well, you asked us to take care of her, and this is our way of taking care of her. And I was like, oh my God. I was beside myself, like, oh my God. Like, not in my wildest dreams would I think that this would be the day that I had, the past couple hours that I've had. And so they told me, they said, you asked us for help, and we're taking care of her now. That's basically what they told me. When I say they, I mean, Source, God, Mother Gaia, my guardian angels, probably even family. Because I was getting that vibe, probably family that's already up there already. They're already transcended, already ascended. It was just a very subtle, soft voice that said to me, well, you asked us to take care of her. And I was like, you can imagine my face when I hear that. I'm like, I froze. I was like, what? And then they said, well, this is our way of taking care of her. She's with us now. We're taking care of her. And I was like, yeah, that was not what I meant or what I preferred. But I did ask for help. I did. I said, I want her to feel better, and I want her to get better, and I want her to be with us. I want her to be here with us. But, I said, God, it's your will. It's not my will. It's your will, because it's only the energy and the power and the love and the warmth within her that from us, from God to us, neighbors, people just all around her, like, we were feeding her that love, we've been. But at the end of the day, it's the life force within her, you see what I'm saying, that has to match that has to match, that frequency, has to have the gusto to push forward. And that was the deciding factor, is if she didn't have the gusto to push forward, they could have given her every medication in the world. But if it's her time, it's her time, If it's her time, it's her time, guys. And in all honesty, when I was driving back, trying to figure out where the hell am I gonna go, because I don't want to go home. I don't want to, have to explain the story again. And all these neighbors are panicking. Everyone loved her. Everybody loved her. Like, I can't lie, I felt like, you know, it was kind of cut short, you know, like a part of me felt like, oh, you know, maybe her life was cut too short, you know? But the way the synchronicity is panned out, you know, as I make this video, I'm beginning to think that maybe it was her time, you know? I don't know. Because you never want to feel as a pet parent or as a, you know, a people parent, you never want to feel that, you know, someone you love or something close to you was cheated out of something. You know, you never want to feel like, oh, you know, they were betrayed. You know, you don't want to feel like that. So I was trying to reckon with that, like, you know, I don't want to feel like that, you know. I don't want to feel like she got her life cut short. I don't want to feel like that. I don't. I really don't. But when I was sitting here with her toy and the hairs that I managed to find that fell on my lap when I was driving, I just, all these different hairs of hers keep popping up on me. I've put like at least three. I put at least three in there's a smaller Ziploc bag here. And the smaller Ziploc bag with her hair, I put in the bigger bag with her toy. And I've never done that for any pet. And I've had pets since I was a baby, you know, in my family. And it just so happened that, you know, this is the only, not just puppy, but pet that we've ever, you know, done this for, you know. And I just am, I know I've said a lot, but deep down in my heart, guys, I'm lost for words, you know, and I don't want to feel that she's been cheated, you know. I don't want to feel that she's been cheated out of a longer life. And so, you know, the harsh reality is I have to accept it. I have to accept it, you know. Of course I'm not going to like it. Of course people are not going to, that loved her, are not going to like it. But, you know, you have to hope and pray and believe that, you know, God is not going to let you down. That God is, the universe's coordinates and way of carrying on, and the oxygen and life breathing in and out, and how life works. After all of that, after all that's said and done, you know, you just have to hope that that it was her time, and that there was nothing that could have been done differently. When it's all said and done, I know on my part it's not. I can't speak for this other person, but as far as it's with me, you know, I fought and fought and fought and fought and fought and fought and invested and it is very sad, but it's a part of life. And before, you know, I got the news and I saw the picture officially, which I've never done either, I actually was able to reach out to a hotline and I asked for, you know, basically grief counseling, because I couldn't feel my body, you know, and that was beginning to worry me, because the last thing I need to happen is me now going to some, you know, hospital or clinic because I'm having some kind of panic attack or breakdown, you know. So I, you know, I am a mental health advocate. I always have been on this channel. And so what I did was I went and got help for myself, you know. I called somebody because I knew that if whatever, whether good or bad, it was a sticky situation, I knew that I needed to get some help to calm me down, to help me through this. And that was the best decision. When I called, the guy was it was I believe a gay guy, actually. And when all was said and done, it was at least an hour conversation. He said he wasn't even going to come to work today, and something told him to come in, you know. And we talked about a lot of things, you know, family dynamic, this, that, you know, you name it. And we came to the conclusion, like, we're complete strangers, but it feels like we knew each other all this, you know, all these, you know, all of life. And I even said to him, like, when it's our time to be in heaven, or whatever you want to call, you know, heaven, people say heaven is the skies, you know, the ether, whatever. you know, the peaceful place, the real peaceful place that's beyond our realm. I said, you know, one day we're gonna, you know, meet again too. You know, we're gonna be up there and we're gonna be able to ask God all the questions we have and see our pets and see our loved ones. And I know that's true because I know it, you know, I know it to be true. And so, you know, we were just reminiscing on life, and he's been through a lot. And, you know, being a counselor, being a therapist, being what, you know, psychiatrist, all these professions, guys, with, you know, mental health and physical therapy, all these lines of work, medical, you know, you name it, even spiritual, like, you know, what we do, you know, connecting, you know, us to spirit, you know, what we do as, you know, practitioners or Reiki masters or readers, intuitive, psychics, clairvoyants, you name it, you know, we also, you know, experience a lot. But when God is giving you the grace to, with a gift and with a skill and with a calling, a part of your calling in your life, the things that you see somebody else do that you would never do, like let's say, for example, a firefighter, right? If a person's called to be a firefighter, you know, they don't see it as, you know, a risk, and they don't see it as, you know, awful and horrible. They see it as just what they're supposed to do, what they're born to do, you know? And that's the difference, guys. And that's why, and this is why it's full circle, you know? When you are here on this earth, Gaia, Earth, Mother, Gaia, Mother Nature, our home planet, for now, our temporary home planet, you know, what you have to understand, what we have to understand is like, we're not here to play games, guys. We're not here to just work, pay bills, eat shit, and die. You know, we're here to experience joy. We're here to spread joy. We're here to spread love. We're here to experience life in its beautiful depths and not the misery of life, not the struggle of life. We're here to share our gifts. We're here to make this world a better place, right? And that's the difference. And that's what this whole, you know, honestly, since the year started, that's how I felt. And funny enough, when I was bringing in the new year, I was crying. I was happy crying. But, you know, guys, deep down, I was also sad, you know, sadly crying for sadness, because I knew that this year was going to be a lot. I knew it, you know, I knew. Looking back now, and, you know, the bottom line is like, you know, this is what it's, especially the past few weeks for me, this is what it's all been about. Is like, you're not here to just, you know, pay bills, eat shit, die. Okay, every now and then you have a relationship or you get married or what. Like, you're not here to just pay bills, guys. You're not here to just pay bills. Okay, I just want to put that message out here. Like, you're not here for that, you know? Everybody that is open and answers the call and is receptive and loves God and loves people and has good energy and positive vibrations and wants what's best for all of us, everybody has that spark in them, guys. Everybody has that mission. And when you have that mission and you have that calling and you answer the call, you fulfill the call, that is what life is about. And I told the guy, I'm like, look, you know, you weren't even going to go to work, you know, as a counselor. And here you are, you know, hearing all of this I've been through, showing up for me, a complete stranger, you know, embracing my pain, embracing my sorrow, you know, with grace, with joy, you know, not like it, you know, affecting him, just like, because you're called, you know. And that's what he said. He's like, he said he's been doing this for 16 years as a counselor. And I'm like, bruh, like, that's what you call calling, you know. And I want to encourage you guys, you know, this is a full circle. Before my phone goes dead, this is a full circle message of this video is, you know, follow your heart, you know, whether good or bad, if, you know, warnings or not, you know, good news or not, you know, brace for impact, and don't shut off that part of you, you know. Don't ever push aside what's in your heart, because when all is said and done, you know, you can't take your money with you. You know, you could pass it down and praise God for that. But when you get out of here, when we all transition one day, you know, we're not going to think about all the money that we spent and all the money and all the food and all the vanity of life. We're going to think about how much love did we give and how much love did we receive. And that's been what I've been, I want to say lightly, like battling with, you know, when this whole, you know, economy and career thing and all this stuff I've been going through behind the scenes, guys, is like, it's not about the money. You know, it's never about the money for me. It's never been, you know. And that's why I tell you guys, like, I've never wished for fame. I've never wished for that. I don't want that. I just want to spread of me while I'm here in this body. I just want to give of myself to the highest degree until I can't even think that there's anything left to give. That's how I want to live my life. And up to this point, guys, and what I've continued to do is live that life. I've lived the let go life of give everything and leave nothing on the table, leave nothing unsaid. And that's why I have no shame making this video, because hundreds of people out here today, I'm sure, just like me, have lost a loved one. Not just a pet, but they could have lost a parent. They could have lost a sibling. You know, could have been a divorce, a breakup, you know, whatever. Those are all tragedies too, you know? And we all go through it on different levels of pain. But that is what I wanted to bring this whole video about is, you know, what are we living for? You know, ask yourself, what are you living for? Are you living for the fleeting fame? Are you living for money? Are you living to be the hottest person in the room? What are you living for? Because when all is said and done, guys, all you think about is what love did you give and what love did you receive. That's all you think of. Right now with her toys here, all I'm thinking about is luckily all I'm thinking about is, wow, I'm so happy that I gave her the best life, that the best of life that life had to offer. You know, there wasn't anything that I didn't buy for that dog. I'm telling you, there wasn't not one hug that I held back on. Every hug, every kiss, every play date, every, you know, treat that I, you know, doggy treat I could give her, everything that I wanted to do, I did. And it's the same template that I'm going to apply to my life. I'm going to apply to this channel as long as YouTube is still around, because YouTube's also going through metamorphosis. I think one of the owners of YouTube passed away from cancer. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but you know, this is a year of shaking up, guys. It's a year of transformation. But that's the message. And the phone's going to go dead, so I want this video to save, but that's the message is, you know, in honor of Celine, you know, ask yourself, you know, what are you living for? What are you here for? What were you sent here for? And take out, you know, the due dates and, you know, the relationship issues, and take all of that out of it, the equation, you know. If you were gone today, you know, can you say that you lived the life that you came down here to live? And that's where I'm at, you know. And before this happened to me, that's where emotionally I was at. Is like, I want to get to the point in my life where I leave nothing left. When it's my time, when God takes me home, I want to know that I did what I was supposed to do, and that I didn't choose a track, or I didn't choose a path that was hollow, that was empty, that was, you know, death, you know. When all is said and done, I want to choose a life. I want to continue living a life that is brave, that has courage, that's willing to take a chance on my creative dreams, and is willing to go all the way as far and as high and as hard and as beautiful as I can. And so in honor of Celine, and in honor of all the beautiful people and pets that we've all lost since COVID, you know, my heart goes out to everybody out here, all of you watching as well. You know, I know life is not easy for any of us. You know, my heart goes out to just the world. And that's what Selena has reminded me of today. And I know that that's what she would want. You know, I know she would want me to be crying, but she knows I miss her, you know, but I know at the end of it, you know, what she would have wanted me to do. Just like my other pets that have had a long life and died of natural causes, and not like this, you know. They want me to, you know, live it up, and have a life full of joy and contentment and happiness. And more than anything, guys, more than anything in the world this year, I've just been investing in my health. Mentally, physically, you name it, you know. I know there's Saturn retrograde and Pluto retrograde, and now we're in Mercury retrograde right now. And, you know, of course people are going to say, oh my God, Mercury retrograde, all these, all these astrologers, not all the astrologers, but a lot of astrologers have been, you know, speaking all the spooky transits and all the, you know, negative energy out here. I get that, you know, I'm very well aware of that. But it doesn't change the fact that she's not here and that she's in a better place. It doesn't change anything, right? They could have told me that, you know, there's all these bad planets in all these bad places, you know, like it you know, it's not going to change. You see what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So I'm back, guys. My phone went dead. I told you guys the phone was going to die, but hopefully you guys can hear me properly. I have the cord in my car hooked up, so you know, hopefully you guys can hear me properly. But basically, in honor of Celine's life, I just want you guys to live, you know, a heartful, life, a life full of heart, and not just out here worrying about bills and worrying about petty shit, you know. Like, when all is said and done, guys, like, this is all people got, you know. Like, no matter who you are, no matter how much money you have, no matter how much success, you know, at the end of the day, guys, you know, as we all know, you know, people pass away, you know, and it's a part of the cycle of death, born, reborn, you know, death and life, and, you know, all of it, just the yin and yang, you know, all of it just a cycle of life. And when it comes down to it, you know, you're not gonna think about, you know, the sad days and the bills, and, you know, you're not gonna think about that. You know, when you go to when you transition out of here, when it's, you know, everybody's time, what I would hope is you're gonna look back on the laughter, you know, the fun, the vacations, the joy, you know, the awe. You know, you're not gonna think about, oh man, you know, that week I was upset, and like, you're not gonna think about things that us, you know, so-called humans get trapped thinking about, you know, in this matrix. You know, that's not what this is about, guys. You know, we don't know the full velocity and the gravity of what this is all about, you know, in its essence. You know, there's other, DMT, ND, you know, near death experiences. You know, there's different things out there, which I think is true and very accurate, and I think it gives us a map way to understanding more of what all this is about. But in its essence, you know, in its very, very finite essence, you know, with God mind, the God hub, you know, we don't know what all this was about. You know, it could just be an experiment. You know, it feels like an experiment to me, especially living in America. So, but life is not just about bills, guys. And I'm so happy that, you know, regardless of the hustle and bustle of life, I am so fucking proud of not just me, but my family and my friends and the loved ones that knew her, that we every time we were around her, we look for joy. Every time I was around her, I would sing to her. I would say, Celine, Celine. Like, I would sing to her, and I would, you know, like almost like, you know, like a baby. You know, I would, there wasn't a second of her life from the moment my mom got her that I didn't feel like she was not loved, you know. And I'm proud of that. And that doesn't make me cry, because from my heart, it's like, I did what I was supposed to do. You know, when you do what you're supposed to do, you give your all. The good thing when you give your all, whether it's relationship or whether it's tragedy, whatever, like job, whatever, when you know you're giving your all, yes, it may still hurt, but it hurts differently. And you heal differently because you have that confidence. Like, okay, like, yeah, like this part is bad and this is sad, but like over here, you know, when over here in these little moments, like in these times, like, you know, it was a blast. You know, I made the most of it, and I know she can vouch for that. You know, like in heaven, like, you know, like I gave her the best of the best, guys, the best of the fucking best. And you know, it was well established to everybody that ever came in contact with her, even for a minute, that this dog was well loved, well endowed, well taken care of, and we loved her to bits. And you know, I guess you can't underestimate, you know, how much pain there's going to be when you love so deep. And that's the trade-off, guys. When you love so deep, the pain is going to be just as deep, you know. And I knew that, and that's why I made that call. And I never really, you know, therapy, you know, what is that? You know, I normally, I'm just like, you know, forget that, like, you know. But I made a smart call, and in case I had a panic attack or I had a breakdown, I called somebody. I'm like, you know, I can't feel my body. I'm so in sadness, I can't feel myself. I can't feel, you know, and I'm concerned. And when the heavy news came in, by the time I cried and talked so much and got everything off my chest, I was fine. You know, I was a lot finer than what I would have been if I didn't call my counselor. You know, this random counselor I found on, you know, Google. You know, like, I had to put my pride aside, guys. I had to put my pride aside and be like, you know what, like, I need help. You know, this is hard. You know, I want to get help so I can grieve properly. And I know because of that, I've been able to cry, because I'm not, you know, it's not easy for me to cry. It's the hardest thing for me to cry, guys. I don't know how to cry. I don't know how to cry properly. I don't. And so I am in shock and awe and happily amazed that I've been able to cry normally today multiple times to just get it off my chest. And I don't know, like I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to, officially. I don't think you ever forget. Just like if you have a bad breakup and you love somebody, I don't think you ever forget them. Even though you want to, but I don't think you ever forget. Even if years go by, you may not feel it as strong, but like everything, if it's even if it's like if it's a grandparent, same thing. Every now and then, you think of them. That's just the price you pay for love. And if you didn't love, and if you didn't love deep, and you didn't love real enough, then you wouldn't feel anything, right? You wouldn't miss them. And it's just the price you pay for love. And in my life, I've had some times where I've really felt that pain. Like I've broken down, bawling, sobbing, like my heart in my hand, sobbing. And I never wanted to experience that again. I never wanted to experience that again. So that's why I had to make the call, because I'm like, you know what? I don't know how I'm gonna react. I don't know. Like this came out of left field, like literally within seconds. I got a text and I'm like, I didn't curse, I didn't yell, I didn't cry. I just was like beside myself, like in like shock, like I don't know what to do, But just so you guys know, that's the price you pay for love. Especially, like I said, if you have a child, a human being child, yeah, you may be a starseed, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? Like, a person, a human, like, walking on two legs, like, I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that. And I don't think I would be able to handle that. I think if I ever, which I'm not putting it out, I'm just saying, I feel like for me, I probably would die right along with them, like from heartache, not from nothing that I would do or nothing that anybody would do to me. I just feel like if I had a child and my child died and I'm older than my child and my child was gone, how can you survive that? Like, yes, I know from my experience today, yes, having a counselor or a therapist or whatever, yes, it's helpful, but like a whole person you pushed out of your loins, no. Like, guys, there's no way. I'm gonna be frank with you. Like, there's no way that I could ever have a kid or a miscarriage, like anything like that. I just don't know. I don't think I'm built for that. Like, humbly, respectfully, hand of God, I ain't built that way. And I'm not ashamed or afraid to say it. I am not built. I am not built to be a parent and to lose a child while I'm alive. My child's and dead and gone. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. So, it's a gamble. It's a gamble when you get a pet, when you adopt a child, when you have a baby, biologically, in vitro, made it through sex, whatever. When you bring another person into this world, it's always a risk, guys. Just like when you adopt a pet, or you go to a pound, or you go to a boutique, or you go to an animal shelter, which mostly all of my pets I've ever had in my life have been rescues. This dog was also a rescue. So when I say we gave her a fabulous life, I'm not exaggerating. She was with a homeless man originally, and a guy in Miami rescued her, and my mom saw this thing online, and they made their own arrangements, and she got her from this guy that lives in Miami, and that was what happened. And so she was a rescue. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like she was some like, little teacup dog. I mean, this was a rescue. She's been through shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, like, think about it. Think about everything, guys. Think things through. When you have a baby, that baby's not a baby forever. That baby's gonna grow up to be an adult one day, and you have to. And especially in this day and age, you have to deal with what can happen. Not trying to be negative. I'm just saying, like, people don't think these things through. They say, oh, you raise a child till 18. You don't raise no damn child till 18. You don't raise no kid till 18. You're forever a parent. Anybody that's ever said, oh, at 18, they leave the nest and all this bullshit. You're forever a parent. You are forever a parent. There is not a fucking second that you breathe air that you're not a parent as soon as you have a child. Whether you have adopted it or you've given birth to it or you've had a surrogate, whatever. When it's your child and on the legal papers it says it's your child, this is your child, you're always a parent. You're always a parent, you know? And it fucking pisses me off when people talk like that, because it's like, you're always a parent. Like, even now, one of my fur babies is in heaven, you know? And I still feel like a parent. I still feel like I'm the owner, because I am, you know, I was, you know? So that never goes away, but never, ever, 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 ever goes away. And so I just take, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I mean, obviously, you know, if I don't know how that would happen, but obviously one day if I do have kids, which I, you know, fucking blows my mind. If I ever did have a kid or have kids plural, more than one, which is insane to think about, you know, that's just out of my realm, guys. I don't know. And I have the utmost respect for good parents, not no bum ass parent. I have respect for the good parents who show up and show up for their kids, who put their fucking money, their heart on the line, their sleeve on their heart on their sleeve, and give the shirt off their back for their kids. Not no bum ass parent who just does a bare minimum. I'm talking about those parents who wanted to be a parent, who would die for their kid. If someone said shoot me or shoot my kid, they say shoot me. That's the kind of parent I'm talking about. I'm not talking about no bum ass cloud chasing parent. I'm talking about a real parent. You see what I'm saying? You know, that is such a, not just a gift, but what a responsibility. And I think especially in this modern age, people just really underestimate what they're signing up for, you know, and everything in life. You know, when they pick a job, when they pick a career, all they think about is money, 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 money. But like I said, when you're dead and you're on your deathbed one day, that will mean nothing. And if you lived a whole life doing a job or being in a career that you never even cared about, and you're only in it for money, but you have not even lived your life. You've basically lived somebody else's life. And so I'm proud, you know. I'm not trying to, you know, toot my own horn here, guys, but, you know, tighten the mood a little bit. You know, I'm proud of myself because up to this point in my life, y'all, you know, I've had to fight. You know, I've had to fight for my creative freedom. I've had to fight, you know, to be authentic in my life. I've had to fight for that, guys. It didn't come easy, you know. And so when all is said and done, you know, when it's my time, I can be flying high, looking down and saying, fuck yeah, I did that shit, you know? I did that shit. And I came here and I balled the fuck out. And I ran it the fuck up. And I gave it my all, man. I gave it my all. But, man, I don't know. Losing a pet, a loved one, is hard. And my heart goes out. You know what? On that note, not just fellow people that have lost a pet, but my heart goes out to people that are parents forever, you know, through past eternity, you know, past eternity and beyond, and have lost their own child while they're living and breathing and smiling and going to the movies and going to parties, and their kid is in a grave, you know. That is hard. Now that's hard, you know. My shit's hard, but that's harder. And you know, I don't know. I'm not built that way. I know I would pray to God that, you know, if it's my will in my life to have, you know, babies, like not fur babies, like real babies, you know, I can only pray that, you know, whoever my partner is, whoever is, you know, in the, you know, the parental journey with me when that time comes, if that time ever comes, if it's God's will, of course, you know, I pray and hope that I have the strength, because I can't imagine that. I can't imagine you've given birth, you've seen this baby cry, you put your own child in your tit and have fed this child milk from your own loins, your own boob, your own chest, and that child grows up and then is dead. Guys, I can't. I'm being so honest. I can't do it. That I cannot do. That I cannot do. That I cannot do. That I cannot do.
But you know I locked the front at 11 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Okay. I'm actually going to go soon. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, 11 o'clock, guys, when they close. You know, my heart goes out. I know that's not the topic of the video, but a loss is a loss, guys, you know. A loss of a loved one, whether it's friend, coworker, boss, pastor, psychic reader, don't matter. When you lose a loved one that you loved, like you genuinely love this person or you love this animal, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still a loss, you know? You still have to grieve. And so for me, it's like, I don't know. Like, I've experienced grieving, you know, pets, and I've experienced, you know, my grandmother passed away from old age, natural causes, in of year of 2020. That was when I went to London, and you guys saw when I went to London, you know. But she had a grateful life, so I didn't, you know. Of course it was sad, of course he cried, of course, but it was a jubilation. It was a celebration of her life. It wasn't like this where it's like a tragedy, you know. She lived, you know, past 80, for God's sake. So it was different, you know, and it's totally different. But still, you know, there's something about when you lose a human, when you lose a person that can walk and talk. You know, animals can't talk. They can bark, they can coo, they can meow, but they can't talk like us, you know. And when you lose something that can talk and walk, that is hard. And that's what I'm just like sitting here like, man, if this is hard for a pet, like, God forbid my kid got sick, because kids do get sick, right? Kids get the flu, kids get, you know, injuries and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a parent, you got to show up. You know, today I had to show up. No matter what, I had to leave work early. It doesn't matter, you know. Like, when you're that parent, when you are that person's ride or die, so to speak, you're the only person they have. So whether you're going through your own personal shit or you've had a rough day, you have to go back to work, it doesn't matter. You know, when you are that parent, when you are that person's number one contact, it's like you don't have a choice. You know, you can get the worst news in the world, and it's like you can't run, because why? You're their parent, you know, or you're their sibling, or you're their spouse, or you whatever. Like, when you are that close, when you really love, you are the point of contact, and you can't run, you can't hide. You have to stand in that. And so I'm just speaking my heart. I'm just saying, when it comes to the idea of having a child and losing a child, I can't even process that, genuinely. I know when they had a was it the Parkland shoot? Not Park. Was it Parkland, or was it Uvalde High School? Something like that. There was a school that got shot up in Texas, and I remember there was a teacher that got shot, and her husband was such in shock and so sad that he passed away from a broken heart. He didn't hurt himself. He didn't go in a car accident. He didn't go in traffic. I mean, the guy was so fucking sad that he lost his wife and that his kids lost a mother, that he was so heartbroken that he literally died from a broken heart, guys. Like, people can die from broken hearts. And I'm going to be honest, like, I almost thought that was going to happen to me. Not like I would actually die today. Hopefully not, you know. But, you know, when I was sitting there and I couldn't feel my body and I got the news, it was like I couldn't feel my body. And I said, oh my God, like, I know people have passed away from a broken heart, you know. I know about that, you know. It's a real thing, you know. It's a real thing. So, damn, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to tell you. But when you love you love at a sacrifice, you love at the risk of feeling pain, you love at the risk of your own sanity, your own well-being, your own goals, your own obligations. When you're a parent, you're all hands on deck. You know, if you're a good parent, you know, you're all hands on deck. And I get that, you know, from having pets and living with pets all my life, my family, I really understand that. I really get that, you know. Once you are involved and you're there, you know, that's it. You know, you're responsible, whether you like it or not. And I think that more young people who are just sleeping around and all this shit, you know, I was seeing something funny enough yesterday night. I was seeing this whole thing on TikTok and Twitter, people talking about, you know, the STD crisis. And it's almost like we're going back to the AIDS crisis, where people are having raw sex, and, you know, the STDs, and allegedly it was Houston and Dallas and Texas, you know. If anyone's in Texas, no tea, no shade. It's just what I saw, and people have been saying that, you know, certain cities and certain states have been seeing, you know, like almost like an epidemic level of people, you know, getting STDs, getting HIV. You know, I was watching that yesterday night, like seeing young girls talk about how they had unprotected sex, or they had condom sex, and the guy took the condom off, and whether he knew or, you know, some of them, the guy knew that he had HIV, and other guys didn't know that they had HIV and infected them, you know, and now they're bawling, you know, they're on TikTok telling the whole world, like, oh my God, you know, I'm HIV positive. Like, this shit's fucking crazy, guys. Like, you know, like, life is crazy, guys. I don't know, like, and I think about stuff like that, you know, like, once you have a kid and you put this person on this planet, you know, you're signing them up for hell, you know, whether you're rich or not, don't matter. Like, hell, don't matter, you know, they're still gonna experience real life and real loss at some point in their life. They will see it on, either they see it on TV or it happens to them, and it happens to everybody. I'll put it that way. It happens to everybody. You know, everybody loses something they love at some point. Most people, you know, in their lifespan. So, you know, there's this, you know, there's rumors of another pandemic. You know, I'm sure you guys have seen it on Twitter. There's more rumors of another pandemic. You know, I mean, we're in a crisis, guys. This world's in a fucking crisis, man. And you know, honestly, when I saw that on Twitter, I said to myself, you know what? Maybe this shit was for the best, dude, for her sake, man, because who knows what's gonna come around the corner, you know? And that wasn't a predominant thought, but it crossed my mind, like, you know, when the world's on a decline, you know, and just the state of the world's morale is on such a heavy decline, you know, you wonder, are they escaping something? You know, are they able to get out when they're able to? You know, that crossed my mind. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, you know what, maybe there's gonna be a lot of trauma in the world, and maybe God said, you know what, this dog's been through enough, you know, let's just take her up to heaven and give her, you know, first class coach seat to a whole buffet and angels and music and fun and parades and all that. I mean, it's almost like God was saying, you know what, she's experienced enough, let's just take her. You know, that's kind of what crossed my mind. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, you know, I'm seeing too much go on, you know, since 2020. It's just like too much is going on, you know, too much is going on. So the guy was like, oh, almost hit myself. The guy was nice enough. Let me see. 5%. The guy was nice enough to tell me and remind me that you know, he's gonna lock up, and if you're, you know, in here, and God forbid you don't come out, which wouldn't happen. You know, he's in a cart so he can see everything. You know, you'd have to I mean, I don't know, call emergency line if you didn't get out in time when they close the gate. So it's 10:42 now. I can see it while I'm on live on YouTube, and I'm gonna just I'm gonna head out, you know. But this was beautiful, you know. This was a beautiful chat and discussion with you all. And yeah, I brought her here, you know. I brought her here to this park at least once or twice, you know, on a serious level, and I've walked her around, and I have pictures of her in the grass smiling with me on my lap. I mean, this dog had it made, guys. This dog was so loved, was so well loved by us, was so fucking well loved. And that's the best feeling, you know, after, you know, under and over all this pain, the best feeling that I have, you know, at the tip of my heart, the top of my heart, is I'm happy that I never took her for granted. I never took her for granted. If I wanted to hug her, if I wanted to kiss her, I kissed her. You know, if I wanted to sing to her, I sang to her. If I wanted to buy her a new toy, I did. You know, if I wanted to put her in a little tutu, or put her in a cute outfit, or, you know, I did what I did it all, you know. I made sure that I gave her a full life. And so, you know, we don't have a first class seat to see inside heaven, you know. We don't have a webcam from heaven, you know. We don't have technology yet where we can be so high up in a different octane, a different dimension. Yet, you know, who knows, maybe 2000, hey, maybe 2,000 years from now, they'll have technology where we can put a camera, we could put a camera in so-called space, you know, we could put a camera up in heaven. You know, I don't know, shit. Anything is possible if you just believe, right? Anything is possible. You never know, you know, you never know. So let me see if this gate is open. If this gate's not open up here, then I have to go to the back one. So I'm just trying to get out before all the lights shut off, you know, 'cause I think it's probably timed around here. Yeah, you know, I brought her here, and maybe she just wanted to remind me, and, you know, maybe she's here, maybe, who knows, maybe she's walking around the city, you know, with her little wings, smiling, you know. But heaven's gained an angel. Heaven's gained a very happy puppy. She was happy down here, and I'm sure she's gonna be bursting with joy up there. And I can't wait to see her again. But it's gonna be a while. And I told her an hour before this went down. I said to her, Yeah, I think, hold on, let me put my, I think that he locked up, 1 second, I think he locked both. Let me see. I think he said he locked up both, right? Let me see. Now I gotta get out of here, but you know. Oh, there's a guy in the cart over there. He's locking the tennis courts and stuff. Let me put back in my charger. Yeah, time to head out. You know, I know for a fact that I that you know, whatever company she's with, whether it's family, you know, passed on friends I've had that have passed away. My mom's has had friends that have passed away from pandemic. You know, we have a lot of loved ones up there now. We're gaining a roster, y'all. You know, a lot of folk from, you know, my dad's side, my mom's side, my side, you know, that have transitioned already, you know, and maybe she's with them, you know. I don't know. When I visualize her, I just see her on this like fluffy purple pillow with like gold, you know, lining, just smiling her ass off, you know, with the big crown on her head that they made just for her, you know. That's how I see her. I don't know. That's just, I see her in glory. I see her in this gold, just gold, majestic setting in heaven with angels all around her. But now I'm getting the vibe that maybe it's, you know, maybe it's ancestral, you know, love around her. But originally it felt like angels, you know, it felt like, you know, angels were showing her around. But you know, there's also this thing in certain cultures where they say that put the window 1 second. Yeah. So I can hear myself talk. Yeah, in certain cultures, guys, in certain cultures they say that my baby. In certain cultures they say that you know, the soul lingers for 3 days. Damn, I'm tired of crying, guys. I'm trying to get out of here. How the hell I get out of here? Oh, I made the wrong turn. Let me turn around. This is a big park. I gotta make a U-turn. They say that the soul lingers for 3 days. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard that. Maybe, I know some of you guys have heard the 5-day theory, the 3-day theory. You know, but for humans, I don't know about pets, but I've heard that theory that they linger in the earthly realm until they officially depart. So I don't know, but you know, I found it not weird, because weird's the wrong word. I found it uncanny. I found it very uncanny that without me even realizing, I felt like I was on autopilot, you know, driving to this park, and then not until I parked at the park did I realize that, oh my God, this is where I brought her. These are the place I'd walk her. You know, I walk her along these beautiful sprawling grass, you know, like, you know, you can see the back there, they have all these tennis courts and basketball over this area, but no, over down, I think they have another pool section down there. But then, you know, I invested in that dog, guys. I gave her my life, you know. I gave her my life. And while she was with us, I made sure that she was happy and, you know, well fed. And I'm proud, but you know, I think she brought me here. I do, because there's 1,000 other parks I was gonna go to that I saw that were like, you know, if not same distance or close. But for some reason I said, you know what, I'm gonna just go to Central Park, because Central Park, you know, Central Park is oh, look at that blue, look at that purple and blue, guys, look at that purple and yellow, look at that, guys, look at that, oh my God, look at that, guys, purple and yellow. Look at that. It was purple and yellow. You guys saw that? That's another sign from her. I know people are probably going to say, oh my gosh, she's crazy. She's losing it. No. That's a sign, guys. That was a sign. She wanted me to come here. She wanted me to remember that I have fun with you. I appreciated what you did for me. That was a sign. I know it may sound a little kooky. I don't think it does. I think you guys get what I'm trying to say, right? Like, of all the colors, I actually forgot about that waterfall. I actually forgot all about that. And before I approached it and drove past it, it was blue. And then as soon as I got a clearer view, it turned purple, and as you guys saw at the base, the lights are purple and like an orange kind of gold color. You know, that's a sign. She's sending me signs, guys. You know, she's okay. She's somewhere else better. I don't know. I hope. I don't know. She is. I just don't know where, you know. What section in heaven she at, you know. But that was definitely a sign, you know. That was definitely a sign. Let me see if there's more colors. I'm gonna park, guys. 1 second. I'm not done talking. I'm gonna park. I have no doubt. I have no doubt that that was a sign. I have no doubt, because I just said that I see her on this purple royal looking cushion with gold threading, you know, smiling her ass off. I see it. And as soon as I pass that waterfall that I totally forgot about, actually, literally, it turns purple and like a goldish orange. You know, it was like, literally, it was actually gold, but I don't know if waterfalls have that ability to put gold. Because if you look, I mean, you know, but my God, she is communicating with me, guys. Can you believe that? You know, can you believe? 1 second. Can you believe, guys, that she's actually communicating with me? That's insane. I can't even believe that myself. But that wasn't a mistake. That wasn't a mistake. And if it was a coincidence, well, it's a damn good coincidence, right? It's a damn good coincidence. But she just confirmed, yeah, that's what I'm at. That's what I'm doing. And I hope, I don't know, I've heard different stories about people that become spirit guides, and I've heard a lot of different, you know, I research heaven, I research different, you know, if you're in spirituality, of course you do, you know all about the different realms and this and that. And you know, I'm asking, and I can only hope that, you know, now that she's in a higher plane, that she'll continue to protect me, you know. And I don't know if puppies can guide humans, but hell, man, it's worth a shot to ask, right? Why not? You know, you never know. It's powerful, you know, when you have a loved one on a higher plane, they can help you, you know, they can protect you, they can guide you. I believe that. They can watch over you, you know, they can send you love. And you know, but another thing that I'm very proud of, guys, is that she knew how much I loved her. You know, I can't under and overstate how much love, how much pure, unconditional love that dog felt from me, and that I felt from her, and that oh, purple light again, guys, look at that. There's trees, but man, the signs are everywhere, man. She's talking to me. I just looked at this house, and this house has purple lights on the outside, just purple by itself. I'm not making this up, guys. The light I was trying to show, but there's trees, you know, because it's an apartment complex, so they have obviously high enough trees and a gate, so when I turn the camera, you can't really see it, but I promise you guys, I'm not lying. It was a purple light. So you know, that could be her aura color. Now that I think about it, purple could have been her aura color. Yeah, yellow I saw on her a lot too. Yeah, yellow, goldish yellow, and purple. Yeah, so makes sense, actually. Now it all makes sense now I think about it, actually. So I love her. I'll always love her. Sorry, guys, for crying. I just can't help myself. This is probably the most I've cried in one day, I think. This is probably the most I've cried in one day in my life. I don't think I've ever cried this much in my life in one day, let alone a couple hours. But I will always love her. I'll always miss her. And gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Sorry guys, I'm trying not to cry. I really am. It's just hard. Damn. It's gonna be hard walking into a house and not hearing her. You know, it's hard. It's really hard, and I just didn't expect it to be this hard, guys. I think it's probably this hard because it's so abrupt, you know? Because it's so abrupt. But I loved her with everything in me, and I miss her. I miss her a lot. I miss her a lot. And just so you guys know, I'm gonna park over here. Just so you guys, I hate loud cars like that. Just so you guys know, she really took her last normal breath with me. Of course, I always hug her, love her, and I hugged her, and hugged her and loved her, and you know, she was then all of a sudden, you know, she kind of got farther, and not her body, but her head kind of got farther and farther away, and then I turned my head and I touched her body, and it felt like jello. And I know what it either dead or dying person or pet feels like. I know what that feels like, you know. And so as soon as I touched her, I said, you know, I gasped, and I got up and I called my mom, and her brother was on the bed, Colin. I gave him an Irish name. I don't know why, but he's so handsome. And funny enough, my youngest one now, because she was the youngest, but now Colin's the youngest. He was on the bed with her, very close to her. He didn't seem to indicate that he knew what was going on. He seemed very calm, like abnormally calm. If I was a cat, I would freak out, like, oh my God, someone's dying in front of me. But he was there the whole time, and I saw that too. And I just knew it. I touched her, I looked at her, and when she had her head to the left, her body was sprawled out from next to my side, my left side, and she went like the sound. I can't really mimic it as good as, you know, in perfection, but was sort of like a weird kind of like huff grunt, like almost like sound like the air out of her lungs, like like it was a weird noise. And I just knew then, I just knew that it was bad. I just knew that something was wrong, you know. And last time I ever held her. So yeah, it's tough. It's very tough. So, and I think when you go through things like this, you know, trauma related, you don't want to go to the scene of the you know, tragedy, right? It's like, if you know that somebody just died or something just died, you know, in a specific area, you don't want to be around where that energy is. Not because I'm afraid or I'm ashamed or I'm sad or not like that. It's just something is just like within me saying like, I'm not ready, you know. So now it's just gonna turn 11. It's just gonna turn 11, and I'm here missing her, and you know, these experts that know about heaven and whatnot, and people have gone to heaven, I really hope that they you know, I don't think tonight, I think I'm too raw, I'm not gonna tonight, but you know, I think when the time is right, I want to you know, get information about you know, the other side, you know, because I've heard things about humans with other side, you know, heaven and all that, but not really pets. So now I'm kind of like interested to know, like, okay, like, what do they really do, you know? And I told her today, I'm like, it's gonna be a long time before you see me again, you know, like up there, you know, like a long time, by the grace of God, of course. But you'll be able to, you know, maybe fly down, visit me, you know, dreams. You know, from up there she can look down, right? And she could see things, you know, spiritually she could be next to me right now, you know, who knows. But besides that, you know, I let her know that you know, in the physical flesh form, you know, she won't see me for a very long time, because I'm not there, you know. I'm not dead yet, you know what I'm saying? Like, just being real. So that sucks, right? That sucks. But man, I love her. I really did love that baby. I did. And my heart just goes out to anybody that's going through a hard time. Not even just death related, just, you know, a lot of people are having hard breakups, you know, a lot of celebrity couples even too, you know, breaking up, divorcing, separating. You know, a lot of sadness on this planet, guys, and we have to raise the vibration. We have to this is why it's so important when you can put in that good energy, that good energy shift, right? To put some good vibes in the air, you know, really milk it. You know, don't be afraid, don't hold back. Like, when you are able to be in a good mood and be happy, and, you know, things are going good, like, you gotta milk it, you know. And that's one thing this year that I've been doing. I've been milking it, man. I'm telling you, like, I knew it, guys. I just knew it. I knew it. At the top of the year, I cried into the new year. I cried happy, and deep down was sad tears, because I knew, I knew that this year was going to challenge me, and it has a lot. And but also in good ways, you know. I've been stretched faith wise, you know, succeeding at things, pushing myself to do better in so many areas of my life that I didn't know that I had the strength or confidence to continue to do, you know. And this year I've just really pushed the envelope, so to speak. You know, I've really, you know, really did a lot of, you know, inner work this year, a lot of work, you know. And whatever my twin is doing, my twin flame, I know he feels this. I know he knows what I'm going through. And you know, it wasn't until actually today in the car, I was crying and I finished talking to Celine, that I said I had this inner knower, like, you know, I had this kind of inner knower moment of, like, you know, you're not separate, you know, you're one. You're not just one with this, but you're one with everything. And you know, I never had that realization, guys, you know. I never had that realization until today. And for some reason, I don't know if you want to call it. Oh, look, is that her hair again? I think it looks like her hair. I think that was her hair. I swear to God, that was her hair. My God. She's here, guys. She's here. It's her hair. It's so hard to pick up because she has a thinner coat. She's not as thick as my cat's, but weirdly, you know, I was trying not to say the word weird, but yeah, weirdly enough, today when I had my head back like this, guys. I had my sunglasses on. I had my head back like this, just crying, crying. And then if you want to call it a download, it was like something within me said, you're not two separate people. You're one. And what you feel, he feels. And what Mother Gaia feels, you feel. You know, it's all interconnected. And that was also a strange, you know, thing for me, because I was like, I never had that thought, you know, ever. ever. She's all over me, guys. This is the same clothes I wore to the vet. Same shirt, same hairstyle, same pants, same shoes, everything. Same purse, everything. So as you can imagine, her hair is all over me. Can you imagine? She's gone. She was cremated, and my mom's gonna get the however they do that. I'm not really sure. We never cremated a pet, to my knowledge, ever that I know of. You know, so. But imagine, you know, imagine just like if you had a child, right? And like your child was sick and threw up on you, and then all of a sudden your child passes away, and you got your child's throw up. It's like, it's surreal, guys. It's surreal. And I have her fur. I almost thought to myself, should I take off the jacket earlier and put it in a Ziploc bag, and like, with maybe I could put the jacket with her stuff, you know, her other, she has way more toys than this, but this is just what this was the last thing that I put next to me. I put it near her shoulder, in between, like under tucked to her shoulder, when I was cuddling her, like I had her whole body covered. I think I kind of was rocking her too, until she you know, and I was wondering, like, to myself, should I take the jacket and like as like a keepsake thing and put it with her stuff? I don't know. But I have her fur all over me, guys, all over me. And I didn't realize that until I left the gym. I was like, oh my God, she's still all over me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's surreal. Right here is her fur. Probably can't see that. She was white and black. It's really hard to see, guys. Let me see if I can get in the light. Right here. There it is. You guys can kind of see it. That's her fur right there. That's her fur. Me scrolling. Can you guys see it? Right here. It's so hard to see. Wait, hold on. There it is. That's her. That's Celine, guys. That's her fur. So I had her all over me, you know, consoling her, talking to her, you know, loving on her, all over me. So this is surreal. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the jacket. I don't know. Because if I put this jacket in the washer, like, see, there's more hair over here. It's more hair over here, right here, right here, on my arm. It's everywhere. And a part of me feels like if I just take this jacket off, as sweaty as it is, as dirty as it is, right? Look, her fur's over here too. It's all over me, guys. It's all over me. Look, right here. I'm point to it right here. Right here. It's all over me. If I toss this in the washer, I'm washing away all her fur. And I want to collect it, actually, because like I said, I don't know about the whole cremation for pets, but I may put that in her vase or next to her vase. I don't know. But when that comes through, they'll be able to tell us what we can and cannot do and how to take care of it. And I'm actually a little surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually a little surprised my mom went on the ledge and, you know, got a whole vase. I think that's what you call it, right? Vase, vase. I'm British, so I'm probably saying it the wrong way, but vase, right? Vase. Got some kind of container, like, you know, those nice fancy funeral looking things. And it's odd, you know. She texted me and told me that she got it for her, and I was like, wow, you know, we've never had that for a pet, ever. And I've always told her myself that if I was to you know, if God took me home prematurely, I've always said to her, I don't want to be in the ground. I've always told her that. I've always told her, I'm like, I don't want to be in no damn ground. I want to be finito and in a different atmosphere, a different planet, in heaven or whatever, but not here. because I feel there's a connotation, you see what I'm saying? And now people are going to challenge me and say, oh, that's not true. Biblically, it's this. Biblically, it's that. But to me, I just feel like, to me, guys, like genuinely from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom and the tippy top of my heart, I just feel like being in the ground is just creepy. You know, my mom wants to go that way too. She wants to be put in the ground. But let me tell you, if I had my way, I would put her in a ring, because you know you could put ashes in a ring, you could put it in a necklace, you could put it in a you know, it's all sorts of cool stuff, guys. There's those 3D art things where they can have a picture. You know what I'm talking, especially for pet owners. You know, you could put the thing in the 1111. We love you, Celine. We love you. 1111. You know those things where you can put the they have the picture and it spins, like almost like a hologram looking, like indigo blue, like, you know, black, blue, and white kind of looking. It's creepy looking, it is, but you could put ashes in that too. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not putting this out here. I'm just saying, like, my mom, she's never wanted to go out by cremation. So when I heard her say I cremated her, I was like, my jaw dropped, because I'm like, that's what I would do. You know, that's not what she would do. So I think maybe I need some tissue. I'm sweating bad, guys. It's been a long day. I think to maybe to respect me, to commemorate my efforts, you know, and all that. Maybe she said, you know what, this is what Simone would want, you know, if it's me. So instead of, you know, having her tossed somewhere, she chose to cremate the dog, which kind of shocked me. Yeah. And then she went a step further and said, oh yeah, and we're gonna keep the ashes. I'm like, okay. So that's gonna be a new experience, because I've never really had like cremation ashes in a house. I don't know if that's, I don't mean, I'm sure I'm sure herbalists and spiritualists and witches out here, OG witches, probably know what to do with that and how to protect her soul and all that. I don't know. You know, I like, I'm gonna look it up, obviously, because I mean, ashes, shit, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's a bit creepy, it is. But she said she paid for all that, for them to put her ashes in a vase, whatever, container, glass container. And I was like blown away. I was like, are you kidding? Because all the pets I've had in my life, we've never done that for no pet. Never. And I was telling her, when she got the pet insurance, I was telling my mom with my oldest cat, who was so special, such a fucking, he's also Celine, Celine's an angel now, but when she was here, I wouldn't call her an angel, but because that, you know, she's spunky. But my oldest is an angel for sure. Like, he's like an earth pet angel, if that's even a term. He is the most special cat I've ever had in my life. He is incredible. The way he loves his siblings, the way he takes care of them, the way he cleans them, looks after them, takes care of them, whether I'm there or not, whether she's there or not, is impeccable. And I was telling her that because that cat has he's so special, you know. I was telling her that I want to put him in a necklace, or put him in in something to, you know, honor him, you know, honor what he's done for the family. And so as I'm talking to you guys now, I'm kind of wondering, you know, like, did she take that into consideration? I think she did, guys. I think my mother took that into consideration. You know, I believe she did, and said, you know what, this is what Simone would have wanted. You know, if she was nearby, this is what she would have wanted. She would have wanted to still have a piece of her. And she's right. She's 100% right. Not in a creepy way, not in a way like with a vase, maybe like a necklace, or, you know, maybe something that's more manageable. Like, the ring idea was fucking stellar. The necklace idea was cool to me too. But according to her text, I think she says she got a vase. So creepy, I mean, a little. But I don't know. But I know there's OG witches out here that probably know what to do with that, or how to take care of it, or the spiritual link connection. And I'll look it up. I'm gonna, not tonight because I'm too I'm worn out emotionally. But when I can talk about certain things and I cry, I'll look it up. Especially when we get the ashes, I'm gonna look it up because I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing, by her, and what the spiritual implications are. And me personally, just it's random thought, just putting this in the video because it's the same topic. I kind of I do kind of believe like that pets can evolve in their next life as a human. I do believe that. And I also do believe that if people lead bad lives, that they possibly could descend, which means, if you were a really bad person and you lived a really, really bad life, a part of me kind of thinks it's, if energy can't die, right, that they maybe would downgrade or descend into an ant or a spider or something. I've always thought like that too. Now, I'm not saying it as a fact. It's just because you wonder, does an ant have a soul? Does an ant have a spirit? Does a spider have awareness? Like, these are all really kind of cool questions, right? Like, now you think about it, it's like, it's kind of a cool concept. Like, do they, what qualifies a spirit? What qualifies a spark to turn into an ant, to turn into a lizard, to turn into a chameleon, to turn into a polar bear? Like, what divine essence triggers that? And in a weird but funny way, and I'm not trying to be funny, but like, genuinely, like, do ants have souls? Do ants have a spirit? Like, it just makes you think, man. Like, it's crazy, but I've said, and I would always say so many times, that she's like a toddler. That dog didn't behave like a dog. That dog behaved like a toddler. She had such personality, such a spunk. Oh my God, the smile, her joy. She for me, and my mom actually agreed with me, she came across more of like a toddler. Like a human in a dog body. You know what I'm saying? And so what if she was to I'm gonna get the titles mixed up because I am not on a computer to verify, but incarnate, reincarnate, whatever phrase you want to use. What if she came back as a person? And then what if, like, one day I meet a person that reminds me of my dog? And what if I, like, I don't know, like, what if, like, I don't know. Because they say that energy cannot be destroyed or denied. Like, energy is everlasting. Energy is eternity, is eternal. That's what they say, right? So if it's eternal, then when she turned into a human, would she come back as something, like, it's fascinating, really. And it doesn't creep, that part about what I'm talking about doesn't creep me out. What creeps me, what I think is a little creepy, is those weird looking hologram things, or when people stuff their dogs. Like, oh, there's some people that have like those bigger dogs. Like, my dog was tiny, she was like a little chihuahua. So, but those that have like big dogs, I'm sure you guys have seen the movies or even in real life, people stuff, some people that are really, really like into like the other side of that type of, I don't even know what that is even called, but they stuff their dead animal, and their dead animal is like on a ceiling in their house, or a wall, sorry, not ceiling, a wall in their house. My God, ceiling's creepy, but a wall in their house. Like, people do that too, you know what I'm saying? Like, they stuff, man, I don't know, now that's a bit creepy to me. I don't know, I'm not really digging that. I wouldn't stuff any animal that's dead of mine. I wouldn't, not into that at all. But I'm not against anybody who does. It's just, that's a little extreme. And you probably miss them even more because they're there and they're on a stand, like, making a pose, but they can't walk. So it's a bit creepy. But if they're in a vase, or if they're in, buried or whatever, it's more, that's more traditional. You know what I'm saying? But cremation, the world's come around to cremation for a little bit, but people still think that, you shouldn't cremate things. I've heard that too, especially Christians and all that. They say, but I beg to differ. I've always told my mother that I would never want to be buried. and you know, a so-called zombie apocalypse or some weird shit, or is these weirdos who have these disgusting fetishes, fetishes, how do you say it, fetishes for fucking dead people, like people that are fucking sick and they have sex with dead people. And you know what I'm talking about. You know, you've heard those stories. I have, at least, in my state, and that shit scares the fuck out of me. So if I was like gone out of this world and I'm having a good time somewhere else, and then some freak was trying to hump my dead body, like, fuck no. Fuck no. For many reasons, I don't like the whole grave in the ground situation. Whether it's far deep in the ground or it's just in the ground, I don't like it. I don't like the idea of it. I don't like it. And and my parents and my colleagues and my closest friends and my family, you know, if in their will, you know, and if their wishes was to be buried, then I would honor it, but I wouldn't do it with a smile, you know what I'm saying? Because if it was me, God forbid, you know, I told her, like, don't put me in no fucking ground, dude. Like, don't put me in no damn ground. Like, I'm not digging that. And mummies, you know, weren't mummies wrapped, not alive, right? But weren't mummies, were they stuffed? I don't know how that whole thing goes, but they were also put in these, you know, really elaborate gold, you know what I'm talking about, those big gold cases. And it's interesting, you know. Like, I actually have an aunt who is a professional, I think the term is mercenary. I don't like that. I don't like those kind of terms, but I have one aunt who, earlier in her life, she has a license where she can actually, like, do all that type of funeral stuff, which I think is a bit, she's a Taurus, so go figure. For all you Tauruses out here, I don't know how you explain that one, but she's a Taurus, and she's, I mean, I could never, for a job, I could never do that. Not that I'm against helping people grieve in the dead, but it's just, or not the dead in that way, I mean the physical way, not the spiritual way, but not my cup of tea. I'll just put it that way. Ain't my cup of tea, guys. So if God forbid God called me home prematurely, and somebody gets a hold of my YouTube account, my social media accounts, don't have them fucking bury me, y'all. That's all I'm finna say. Don't put me in no fucking ground. Put me in the fucking fire, honey. Because I'm not going to feel it. I'm not even there. You see what I'm saying? And put me in something beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Put me in something nice. Like, if you're going to put me in a casket before you put me in the damn fire, put me in a white and gold and pink casket. I've always said, if I had to have a casket, I want it to be white and gold. White and gold. Like the accent gold, you know, like that kind of like look, you know, but then the whole casket like glossy white. So God forbid, I wouldn't want to go any other way. You know, I wouldn't want to go in no damn box or no black. Oh fuck, oh no. I would want, if I had to be in a casket before they cremated me, I would need to be in a gold and white casket. And if there's some pink accents like on the heels or the ball of the foot of the casket, even better, honey. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in no damn black casket. I mean, even that, think about it, even that's kind of creepy. Like, putting a body that's dead in a black casket is so morbid. At least the Egyptians put their fucking dead in a gold, you know, beautiful, elaborate, with diamonds and rubies and shit and emeralds. Like, that's the way to go. But a black casket, when I think about it, I'm like, ugh, that's so, ugh, no. But yeah, I wouldn't want to be officially in no damn ground. I would need to be transferred out that casket up into a cremationary hall, and then put in some kind of nice porcelain china looking, you know, maybe preferably, you know, dark green, no, not dark green. Oh, it could be dark green, yeah, dark green or dark blue with white, you know, very like kind of Greek looking, like, you know, very Chinese Greek looking kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to be in no damn ground. So yeah, that did shock me. That my mom cremated her. Never cremated a pet in my life ever. So I miss her. I could still smell her. And but like I said earlier in the video, it got to a point where when I was smelling her, I could smell the fear. I smelled fear. I didn't no longer smelled her, you know, El Natural de Parfum, you know, it was like, I could smell the fear on her, and, you know, that's self-explanatory, so. But like a lot of people say, you know, when people pass or whatever, when like if it's a freak accident or whatever, they don't feel the pain. I've heard that if there's like a accident, like for example, like even humans have said if they, you know, they were clinically dead then came back, like I've watched things like that too, you know, they say that they don't feel the pain, they don't feel anything. And even mediums, you guys know about mediums. If you're on my channel, you know about mediums. Come on, I'm not a medium to my knowledge. I probably have that ability, but I'm not a medium to my knowledge. Mediums, right, that channel the dead for loved ones, even they say that they tell them they didn't feel it, you know. They may have, their physical body may have gotten hurt or injured, but they all say that upon impact of excruciatingly painful pain, they do not feel it. When that silver cord, when that is out, they do not feel any pain, guys. So I'm gonna head home. But that's real shit though. If anything ever was to happen to me, bro, like I don't want to be in no fucking black casket. Fuck that. White and fucking gold with pink accents, okay? And white cushion, white plush cushion inside. No fucking black bedding. All white and gold, and then they fucking have to cremate me. Right? I don't want to be in no fucking ground for no damn eternity. That's just creepy as fuck. And I think it kind of ties you to here, you know, like I believe that it kind of makes you like your soul can't really rest. You see what I'm saying? If you're tied to something so severe like that, I don't know. I'm not saying this is a fact. I'm just telling y'all, like, I feel like if you put something in the ground, bro, like, and it's still like formed, the disconnect to relief to go, how, you know, I don't feel it's really there. I'm not saying everybody in the ground that's buried is still hovering, but I don't think it's the way. I think that the most logical sense is to have the soul completely released from the physical vessel. That's my opinion. But my mother, you know, we haven't talked lengthily about her, you know, certain things, like what she'd want, like, if, you know, whatever, when her time comes, if we're all still even here with all these fucking pandemics. But she's always said to me, like, she don't fuck with cremation. She don't want to be cremated. She wants to she's always said, no, I want to be buried. And I'm like, I don't want to bury you, girl. Like, I don't want to fucking bury you. I've heard too many things from people who work at places like that. I know too much shit, bro. I just know too much, y'all. Us spiritual folk, you feel me? Like, us spiritual folk, we know too much, dog. Like, there's perverts. I'm not saying all, I'm saying there is perverts out here that fucking touch dead people, bro, like inappropriately. Like, it's a fact, you know, and I wouldn't want that to happen to me or my mom or anybody else I love. So I'm not for that shit. I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen. I'm just saying I wouldn't want nobody touching me in that, like, you know, how they put makeup. All that shit's creepy, dog. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. To me, all that shit's creepy. Like, hell no. Like just the fucking idea, right? Just the fucking idea of somebody fucking painting my face and I'm fucking dead. I would be like a fucking zombie, bruh. I'd be a fucking zombie and knock that fucking paintbrush out that fucking person's hand and be like, don't fucking touch my face, bitch. Swear to God, guys, I hate that idea. I hate it. I hate everything about that shit, man. Like, I'm fucking dead. Why are you fucking painting me? Like, why are you fucking touching me? Like, leave me alone, you know? That's just me, though, you know? Some people that are comfortable, like, I'm very comfortable with stuff like that, like, especially being as spiritual as I am, like, that shit's nothing to me, you know? Like, for me, I wouldn't want nobody touching me. Sorry. So, you know, and not touching, what I mean is not touching me excessively. Like, if you have to carry my body somewhere, okay, but like, don't be fucking painting me and putting fucking clothes on me and folding my hands and shit. Fuck that shit. Don't touch me. I'm gone. Don't play with me. I'm not a doll. I'm a human. I was a person. I was a being, right? I was a being, and I wouldn't want nobody to touch me. I'm just being straight up. I wouldn't want that shit. So, you know, when the time comes in my own will and stuff like that, I'm gonna be like, don't fucking make them do no dumb shit to me. Don't fucking be painting my fucking face. I'm dead. The fuck? It's weird. But my mom, yeah, she's told me so many times I want to be oh, there's music. 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, there was a guy playing Hispanic music in the car, the van next to me, and I know YouTube with the copyrights. I had to put it on mute and come off, but I'm back now. So yeah, so you know, I wouldn't want nobody painting me and all that weird shit. Like, that's fucking weird. Like, it's weird. But yeah, my mom, she's never told me she wants to be cremated. She's never even thought about it. She's always said to me, I'm being buried. Bury me. And I'm like, ew, I don't want to bury you. I don't want to bury you. Straight up, you know. My dad, fuck that shit. Whatever. I don't care. But a woman, knowing what I know, hell no. I don't want her being touched like that and shit. No. No way. No way. No way. And what if the fucking outfit sucks? What if the outfit they pick for you sucks, bro? Like, what if they're putting an outfit on a dead person for what? Like, for the funeral or some shit? Like, what if the outfit's ugly? The person, you know, the person can't come back alive in the flesh. They get this ugly sweater off me or get this ugly jacket off me. They can't even. So it's just morbid to me. Like, ew. Like, why would I want that? You know, like, it's creepy. You obviously can't be in the casket naked, but frankly, being in a casket naked before cremation makes more sense to me, because naked you came in the world and naked you shall return. You feel what I'm saying? That's the real shit I just said. You know, naked, you come in the world naked, you leave naked. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, if that was possible, hell, put me naked in the casket. Shit. And then put me in the fucking crematory thing. But don't be having me fucking be like a no damn doll. I'm not no fucking doll. Don't be dressed. I dress myself. Don't dress me. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So I love you guys, by the way. All of you that have tuned in and have been here, you're still on live with me. God bless your precious heart. So it means a lot to Celine. I know it does, and I know she's looking and she's here and she's watching, and it means a lot, guys. It really does. And I don't know if I'm gonna, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna make a video when I get the cremation shit. But my God, this shit's been a hell of a day, dude. A hell of a fucking day. Yeah, I love you guys. All right, peace out.